Hello beauties, good morning, afternoon or evening wherever you are. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to be learning how to make a cowl neck dress. It is very easy to make and it is beginner friendly. If this is what you love to learn, definitely keep on watching, like my videos, share with your family and friends, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out anytime I upload a new tutorial. And without too much talking, let's get to the honey of the video. Let's go.
I love you. Hey beauty, welcome to my channel.
To do this, we are going to be working on the back part first. So I am using my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches allowance to create the block. That's the part of the paper that I want to work with. And then after that was done, I went to mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2, and then I also marked my armhole depth, alright, which I've connected everything into a straight line like this. And then I went ahead to mark my shoulder slope of 1 inch and also the midpoint of my armhole, and then I went ahead to measure my bust divided by 4. So that's what I measured. So I'm going to be connecting all those 3 points together like so. So when that is done, I went ahead to mark my neck width of 3 inches. I connected my shoulder slope, and then now I am going to be marking the 2 inches allowance to the bust line, and then I went to the waistline. I marked out my waist divided by 4 plus 2 inches allowance also, and then I connected that into a curved line. So this part, the armhole part, I'm going to be drawing it into a straight line because it's going to serve as our chest line, that armhole depth part. But before then, I went ahead to mark my neck width of 3.5 inches and also mark my neck depth of 1 inch because this person is on a plus size, so I do not want the neck to be choked. Alright, so once that is done, I am going to cut it out. So we are going to be using this pattern to cut the back part of the fabric first before we now use it to cut the front part of our dress. Alright, but before then, the chest line that I said earlier, I'm just marking out the armhole depth that I marked earlier so that it can give me a straight line. I'm marking it out on strategic places so that it can give me a very straight line, and then I mark that into a straight line. So once that is done, I'm going to cut my shoulder slope and my neckline of 1 inch. That's the back neckline. So once that is done, I place it on top of my fabric, and then I made sure to leave a space of 1 inch at the back for the zip allowance, and then I went ahead to pin everything down, and then I'm going to be using this pattern to cut out the back neckline. Don't forget to leave your zip allowance if it's going to have a zip. This one is going to have a zip, that is why I left my zip allowance at the back. So once that is done, the next thing is to cut out the slit it open, the zip side, and then we are going to be working on the front pattern. So to work on the front pattern, we are going to be taking our pattern again, and that part that is our chest line, you are going to just slit it open. Don't cut it to the end, just cut it like that, and that is what we are going to be using to form our cowl neckline. So you take your fabric, fold it into two like so. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to mark out my start line from the down part because we need a lot of fabric at the upper part of this, because that is what we're going to form the lining for our cowl neck. So I'm going to be forming the the start line at the down part. That is what I was marking with my chalk. Let me do my camera very well so that you can see what I am doing. So I'm going to mark my start line like so. So I'm marking my start line now like so. So once that is done, from that point I'm going to be marking the length of my blouse. This is the half length of the blouse because I'm creating a flare gown. So I'm marking that point, and then I'm going to connect that into a straight line. So the part that is at the top part, which is about 10 inches is going to be the space that we are going to leave for the lining. All right, so once that is done, from that line, from the start line at the down part, you are going to place your pattern on that start line, meeting the folded edge at the side also, and then you are going to pin it down. So once you are done pinning it down, the down part like this, then that part that we slashed open, you are going to open it up. Here I opened it up by about 10 inches, but I realized that it was too wide. You see, this opening is what will determine how deep your neckline will be, and if it is too deep, all your bust will be showing. So I advise that you don't open it more than 7 inches or max 8 inches. So don't be like me that I opened it up by 10 inches. That was too much. All right, so now the next thing I'm going to do is that from that point, that neck point, you are just going to connect a straight line. All right, you are going to connect a straight line from that neck point, and then you are just going to cut it the sides. So I'm just trying to trim the sides now, and so that it can be easier for me to work with. And then I'm trimming the the full length where I wanted it to stop, the space I left at the top part, because I wanted it to be easy for me to work with. So from that neck width, you see that I connected it with a straight line, and then I went ahead to fold it in from that neck point. You can see that I folded it in. So that is what is going to serve as the lining for our neckline. Don't forget that this opening of the neckline should not be more than 7 inches or max 8 inches if you don't want your neck to be too wide. Then once that is done, I'm just going to go ahead and cut the sides, and then I'm also going to cut the shoulder area, and that's just it. Those are the two places you will cut, the sides and the shoulder area, and then you can trim off the excess at the down part, because we've added all our allowances to paper and we don't need any more allowances at the down part. So once that is done, you are going to place notch at the neck point where the fold is going to start, and then you can go ahead and remove your pins, and it is going to form your neckline for you. So this is it. I'm opening it up now. So the one that is going to be the lining is going to go inside like so, as you can see. And then when you place it when you open it up and place it on your table, on your work table, is going to be like this. So this is the shoulder part, and that is the cowl neckline. This cowl neckline was too deep. Don't forget, yours should not be more than 7 inches opening or maximum of 8 inches opening. Then once that is done, I'm going to be using my bias to knitting the back neckline, and then I am going to go ahead and join it to the front neckline. So you are just going to place it on it, right side facing right side, like so. Okay, this was me showing you the bias that I used to knitting the back neckline. So once that was done, you are just going to place it on top of each other, right side facing right side, and then you are going to use the lining to cover it up like this and sew it down. So I folded it in, and then I used my pin to hold it down, and I'm going to be stitching it. Once that is done, I am going to be finishing the sides, and I'm going to also be attaching my sleeve. So the cowl neck part is the basic part that I wanted you guys to see, which I've already shown you. So once I've sewn this, I'm going to sew the side and finish it up, and this was the final look. It looked so beautiful. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, share, and please subscribe before you go. Thank you guys for watching. Till I see you in my next one, I want you to know that I love you and I care. Bye.
Pop